people come from all walks of life. They all have lives they lead. Any and all are welcome here to come and chat with me.
Hi, everyone. Today's guest keeps coming back time after time. The reason is pretty simple. I'm his favorite. Now, that will upset a few people, but they're just a bunch of whiners anyway. So, moving on, Chilliwack Mayor Ken Popove. Morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning. Now you're, setting yourself up for maybe some heat on the other end, but whatever. That's your MO, and I'm going to stick with it too. Yes. Good morning, Nancy. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Good.
Now, I know that summer's coming up pretty fast, and I'm just wondering what there is for people to do for this summer, whether there's young families or seniors or teenagers. What's out there for them?
What's out there? Have you been living under a rock, Nancy? Or
I'm in my Zoom room.
Let's start with 100 parks and 100 trails. For the great outdoors. What a COVID-safe way to experience our surrounding area and its beautiful nature that we live in, and a lot of times take for granted how beautiful our area is. You can go up to the lake. You can play some mini golf up there. You can take the kids to the pump track with or without helmets. We'll supply helmets. Canada Day, we're going to have a free skate. So I know it's not a big thing, but you can take your kids skating. For adults, there's like a bunch of beautiful golf courses in the area. There's a Fraser River. If you're a fisherman, there's all kinds of streams. If you're a kayaker or paddler, there's the camp and the slough systems that are awesome to explore, which I just did with a couple of fellow counselors a couple of weeks ago. And to be honest with you, I had never done that before. And what a cool way to see that part of the valley, if you will. So there's a lot to do. Just look around and get outside. This next couple of weeks is going to be great. Mr. Sun's going to hang around for a while, and indoor like me, I'm an avid gardener. Get into your gardens, get your hands dirty, feel what Mother Nature's got us here and get those tomato plants going.
Right. I just want to go back to the fishing for a second. Do you need a license to fish? Yeah,
you do. Don't ask me a bunch of questions about fishing because I'm not a fisherman, but I've actually never fished in my life. The closest thing to fishing that I can share with you is a golf club. It sort of feels the same, but I do fish my bull out of the water every once in a while, but that's about as far as that goes.
What about just getting back to things to do now? Teenagers, I think it's hard for them to maintain a safe distance now. But if they're outside, it's not so bad, right?
Well, with moving into phase 2, you're not allowed to gather with 50 people in an outdoor setting. Mm-hmm. Still, trying to go with the COVID restrictions that are still in place, if you will. Yeah. Transmissions are coming down every day, and which is great to see. But you get your mountain bike out and go for a bike ride on the dikes. I was involved in the community services tour to Chilliwack here on last Saturday, and they had over 240 riders, and we're riding on the north side of the highway, which is, it's completely different than the south side. You're going on top of the dike and going through, you can see the corn popping out of the farmers' fields, and you can see the river and, the vistas of the mountain. So just use your imagination, get off your tablets in your phone and breathe some air and go for a walk, go for a bike ride, whatever.
We're so lucky right here, aren't we? With what
Absolutely.
We have. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of tours, are there ever tours for City Hall?
Well, unfortunately, not right now. But yes, in the past, we've had classes come through here. I'm actually going to start a secondary this afternoon to speak to the grade 11 class, and Yeah, absolutely. When we get out of this, we will, pivot back to a point and open that back up. We were actually talking about that the last couple of days about, like the reopening of City Hall, because for public hearings, we can't have people in our chambers because it's not very big, and it'd be tough to have 50 people in there if it was a some controversial issue that people are going to flock to, but strategies are being laid out as we speak.
Oh, and we're getting a new City Hall, is that correct?
Not a new City Hall, but in addition to City Hall. We're putting in a 3-story addition. The 3rd story will be built for future growth. And, it's back in the, I believe the early 60s when this building was built. And with the growth of the city, to attract good employees, you have to provide them with good working conditions. And we're lacking in that end. We're taking closets and converting them into office spaces, and it's just not right. So that got passed through at the last meeting, and there's already work started because we purchased the property across the road from our parking lot, which will be our new parking area. So that's underway, and then the build of City Hall will commence with an end date sometime next year. So yeah, it's exciting. It's gonna look neat. It's gonna look really good.
Yeah, very good. Now, as your favorite, I'm hoping you're setting aside a room for me so I can do my show there on a regular basis.
That's a pretty big ask, Nancy. I don't know, but maybe we can set up a little studio for you somehow.
I think that would be a marvelous idea.
But no promises. No promises.
Oh, all right. Be a politician.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I know you have a busy schedule. I always appreciate you coming back on the show, and I hope to see you again. All right.
Yeah.
So,
it was nice to see you at the opening of the farmers market there on Mill Street. I'll give them a bit of a plug. That's every Sunday from 10 to 2. There was over 1,400 people came through the first day. Last Sunday was a little wet, so numbers I presume were a little down, but that's going to be a cool place to hang out to get your fresh veggies and crafts and jams and whatnot. So please support.
10 to 2 every Saturday right off Mill Street.
No, Sunday.
I mean, sorry, yes, 10 to 2 every Sunday right off Mill Street. Yeah. I plan on going this Sunday again.
Good.
Okay,
well, I might see you there.
Yeah, for sure. So thanks again. I'm just going to say goodbye to the audience. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed hearing what the mayor has to say. Get out there, move around, enjoy what we have, and check out the market. Hope to see you next time. Until then, everybody, peace out.
Peace.